First of all, James, any updates on injuries or people you might have available you haven't had?
Yeah, no, it's still Oz is still unavailable. Matthew.owen will be unavailable also. We've had a slight issue with Thierry's back in training on Wednesday, so we need to monitor that and just conscious of the travel to Leyton Orient. So we need to be mindful of Thierry, and he's had a back spasm. So we just need to manage him a little bit. And then we've had the usual this time of year illnesses, which is normal for any football club. So apart from that, we're okay.
And what's up with Matty?
Matty's got an ankle issue, which he got against Forest Green in the Papa John's.
Yeah. I don't suppose it gets any tougher than this one now, does it?
No, it doesn't. And we got to embrace it. We got to embrace the challenge of who we're playing against. And we've got to look forward to things that we can do to try and do our best to get a positive result, which is what we've been trying to do all week.
By what you've seen of them, what is this? It's a record-breaking start they've had to the league, isn't it?
Yeah, they're a very well coached team in a 4-2-3-1 that's got lots of rotations, trying to create different overloads in different areas of the pitch with their front players that tend to be their front four, if you like, their Moncur, two wide players, centre forward, are good dribblers of the ball, good ball carriers of the ball, which helps them. But they are good at what they do. And we've just got to focus on us and concentrate on what we're good at and put a game plan together to go and get a positive result.
Are you in the form where you can do that, do you think?
Oh. I think, well, the beauty of League Two is things can change really, really quickly. And that's proven already this season. And we believe that we've got the players capable to go and produce results. And that's what we're going to aim to do with every game that we play in. And we've got to keep focusing on that and moving forward.
Obviously, you stopped the rot in a way last weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We stopped that run of defeats, which is important. Obviously, we wanted to win the game. Disappointed to concede the goal of set play. Something that we'll work on again that we've been particularly good at, apart from the first 2 games of the season. Then we've got better at it. Obviously, disappointed to concede the goal. But we've got to build on it. We've got to build on the positives, build on the result that we drew. We stopped that rot, if you like, as you just called it. And we've got to try and keep moving forward, which is what we want to do.
Yeah. Aaron Wildig was on the bench last week. Was that because he wasn't ready for a 90, and is he ready now, do you think?
Yeah, he's closer to that after this week that we've had. So that's a real positive to have Aaron back and training and having a full week's training. So this is his first full week's training. Last week he only trained on the Friday, so it would have been too much of a risk to put him on for us really in the stages where we were at. But if we needed it, we would. If we were chasing the game, then Aaron might have come on the pitch. But we didn't feel as though we wanted to do that to put him at any greater risk to have a good training week this week. Do
you feel you've missed him?
You miss any player like Aaron Wildig with the experience that he's got, with the promotions he's got. He's a leader. He's a good human being, and he's a good footballer. And we need as many as we can at any time of the season. So with Aaron's qualities, it'll only add to us.
It would be some boost, wouldn't it, if you could be the first team to beat them this season?
Sorry, Rob, you have to repeat that. It broke up.
I said it would be some boost, wouldn't it, if you were to become the first side to beat them this season?
Yeah, it will be. And the thing in League Two, any team's beatable at any moment in time. And it's the same in football in general. We've just got to focus on and it's a cliche one, and I hear it a lot, and I've said it a lot. We've got to focus on us, focus on our process to make sure we get the performance right, to ensure we get the result.
Yeah. The league clubs yesterday sort of opted against 1 p.m. starts. Were you consulted at all, and what are your thoughts on that?
I've got no real strong opinion on it, Rob, to be honest with you. I'm in many ways a traditionalist, where I love football on a Saturday at 3. Watching my dad at every 3 o'clock on a Saturday. I've always done that. It's all that matters to me is that we can play football. and we get our supporters watching us, and that's the most important thing. And we want to always make our supporters proud. So, irrelevant what time the kickoff is, we've got a job to do.
I ask it because obviously clubs wanted it to save money. Are you having to take money-saving measures for energy and all that sort of stuff, or are you sort of routinely switching off stuff that you might not have done before?
Is this at home or in work?
No, I mean as a club, at the training ground or whatever.
Yeah, well, I think we're conscious of it. We're conscious of it. We've had chats about it. It's something we have to be mindful of, because everybody at this moment in time is conscious of energy saving and price of living and interest rates, etc., going up. So we're all mindful of that, both personally and professionally. So that's society now, and we are very mindful of it.
Brilliant. That'll do me. Thank you.
Morning, James. I hope you're not charging your phone up on work time. It's
No.
turn that light off. Yeah. In terms of Matty, is there any? You were obviously trying to get to the bottom of it, weren't you, last week? Is there any clarity on next week? Obviously,
yeah, we've had a bit of clarity around about the injury and the detail around it. So we're hoping to be available next week, later into next week is the aim. So we've got to load him up starting from today, because he's been off feet. So then we just manage it with the medical team from this period of time.
Are you surprised by Orient starting so well, or
no? Because I think any team in this league is capable of putting runs together and showing what they do. They got a good manager who's been promoted. They're really well coached. You can see that with their animations in their play and how they try to create overloads in different areas of the pitch, how they try to build. We just got to be set up in a way where we can manage that, which we believe we can, and go from there.
I guess it shows in football, because you could argue that they were well coached last year under Kenny Jackett, but it wasn't happening for whatever reason when you sort of burgled it through Cam at the death. It's sort of shows the fine margins, I guess.
Yeah, it's fine margins anywhere. Fine margins from the top of the game to the bottom of the game, and we just need to make sure that on Saturday, when we go across that white line, as we like as footballers and staff, that we give our all for this football club and our supporters, because our fans who travel there, we want to put a good show on for them, and the fans watching at home, because we're conscious. Go back to Rob's point about cost of living at this moment in time. It's difficult for everybody, and the fans who spend their hard-earned cash to go and watch us, we want to repay them as well.
Are they noticeably different though? Because I think last season it was Harry Smith up there, he's a big man, isn't he? Who sort of causes different challenges. Is it a very different challenge to last year?
It's a very ball player on loan at this moment, Archibald Smith, among good ball carriers. So it is slightly different. So last year, when obviously Harry Smith had gone to Exeter, but we need to just be mindful of that, and then think of ways and know ways what we can do to try and hurt them going the other way.
In this sort of bit of a sticky start, has that made you sort of look at yourself and how you've done things? Have you changed anything as a coach and a manager?
I think in any period, when it goes well and when it doesn't go well, whether it's through adversity or adulation, you learn about yourself all the time. And I think that one thing that you do, you make sure you keep driving forward, because I want to make this football club a success. We want to make this football club a success, and we want to make the fans proud of what we do. We want to show our enthusiasm, our attitude, our positivity, and that's really important. And this is a working class football club in my eyes. I'm a working class lad from my family background and where I grew up, and we want to make sure that we show that within our performances as well. So our enthusiasm, our endeavour, our intent, we've got to demonstrate that. I've got to demonstrate that. The players got to demonstrate that, and we've got to try and do that in every game that we play. And that's one of the big things I've learned, is that we've got to stick to that and keep doing that, and keep believing in what we're trying to achieve here.
Have you lent on anyone in particular to sort of as a sounding board? Who's your
I've got about 3 or 4 different people that I lean on, which are all really helpful at different times for different stages of where I'm at with my career, and what I'm trying to do.
I think message boards are they? Well, they've mentioned Paul Trollope. Is Paul Trollope? Is he? Well,
Paul is one of those that I obviously work closely with. He's been in around the building for last week, and I've had that before with other people. We've had different members of staff that I've worked with previously come in and help me. Paul's one of them that I trust a lot. That is another set of eyes for me at times, and it's one of them on an ad hoc basis that he pops in and supports me.
Yeah, just use everything you can get, isn't it? It's everyone does. Yeah,
that's it. And I think that shows what we're trying to do and what people are believing in, what we can do, and it's just that positivity and keep moving that forward.
Great stuff. Well, I'm on Dragons duty tomorrow, but I'll see you in Swindon. So
okay,
good stuff. Cheers as usual.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
Morning, James.
Hi, Luke.
You've had a full rare week of training on the training pitch. How's that been for you?
It's been good. It's been good. I always feel better off the back of a full week of training because you're able to implement more things and not implement things. That's the wrong word. Work on things that maybe haven't gone so well, and you're able to address that in full sessions where the lads can be at full capacity with regards to their physical output. So it's been a good week. It's been a good week. The lads' attitude and application's terrific. I can never ever fault them for that. That they give their all, whether it's in a training session or whether it's on that pitch, and we've got to continue to do that.
What have you done this week to kind of build upon the points you got last weekend?
To continue practicing our mentality of keeping clean sheets. Well, not keeping clean sheets, start to get clean sheets. And we've got to start doing that better as a team. That's not just picking out 3 or 4 individuals, because you can't do that all the time, where at times individual errors cost us, but as a team, we've got to do better. So keeping clean sheets has been an important thing for this week defensively, and working on those aspects, working us in transition to be more explosive and to get more positive outcomes, and then recognizing that we want to be winners, and that's one thing that we tried to do this week in training.
Cheers, James.
Thank you.